Uh-oh. Good morning, everybody. Had to make a last-minute adjustment. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. Welcome, everybody. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. We got a lot going on down here, a lot to cover today. Woo! Another happy day here in the middle of Mexico with great weather, great people. It's always a good time down here in the heart of Mexico. We got Marco. We got Marco in the house. We got Gary in the house. We got people asking questions about what it's like to live in Mazatlán. Maybe we can touch on that a bit. We have Dr. John in the house from cloudy Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where the corn stalks are growing tall from all the rain we've had. And my grandmother used to say, for corn, knee high by the 4th of July. Boy, I miss that good Ohio yellow corn. Mary J. Good morning to Mary J. Eric in the house. Hola, Eric. We got a big group today. Jamie in Montreal is in the house. Char Williams in the house. So, oh, no way. Char Williams is in Morelia. Oh, my God. Woo! Char, you got to let me know how long you're going to be here. I'm going to be on the road this week. Then I'll be in the dentist chair on July the 7th, 8th, and 9th. I'm in the dentist chair getting more root canals. I just love giving my money, putting my my dentist kids through college, you know. But then I'll be in here for 10 days after I'm on the road all of next week. So we got to get together and do breakfast. Tanya sent a donation this morning. It was like 20 minutes before the broadcast. Tanya, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. We got all these people, old timers, showing up here. Lenora Wilson, we got the whole family here today. Matthew in the house, and here is Steve in Kansas City. Saw your humidity nighttime temps. How nice. I think we had a much better night. Okay, very good. No, that's too hot. Too hot for me, Steve. Too hot. Oh, Tooth Fairy. Here's Tooth Fairy in the house. Tooth Fairy, did you know that Char Williams was in Morelia? Isn't that a hoot? Oh, and look who is here. She thinks, so she speaks. Oh, and she is in Merida. Ola, I think she came down there from Charlotte, and we're getting close to an interview. We got Callie Trucker. Callie Trucker, good morning. I am in Mexico applying for my temporary residency. Good luck with Todd. Tom Sands in the house. Ola, Tom. Steve from Florida will be in PV on Tuesday. Lived there for 10 years. Char, no crap. We got to get together and have a big party. We got to buy some tequila. Me and Holly, come on down. We got get all to do some shots. Maybe we can buy some fentanyl. Liston Henry in the house. Beautiful day today. Let's all enjoy it together. Right on. This is funny. Everybody in the house today. Ola Liston. Yeah, I save a lot of money on dental work down here. The work that I'm having next week is going to cost me about, in total, two root canals, 2 crowns. Oh, what's that going to cost me? About $400. I think in the United States cost me about $5,000. Yeah, I'll save money on that. Johnny Williams in the house, my brother, wishing the same to you. And here we are, the one, the only pretty boy, Brian Maiden, in the house. We got new subscribers. If you're new to the channel, we get together every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's Chicago time, Houston time. And we answer questions about the joys of living in Mexico. So introduce yourself, say hello, let us know where you are, what you want to know. I don't know everything, but and I get stumped on many questions. But with all these fabulous people we have in the house with us today, somebody can answer your questions about where to live in Mexico, what to do in Mexico, residency, all kind, what the weather's like, what to eat, where to buy fentanyl, all that kind of stuff. We can answer all, where to go out and, do all the stuff. Where can you come down here and get wild and crazy or just be chilled out? Yeah, we can answer all of those questions. Here's what I just took this shot this morning. This is what it looked like an hour ago. This is the view from my apartment 1 hour ago. This is what we're looking at. We've had a lot of rain here over the last week. It rained most of last night. The temperature right now is about 63, 64 degrees. Minimal humidity. I'm going to play that shot again. Up on the hill there, all of those apartments in the middle of the screen right now, most of those are gated communities, expensive. There's the right below there, all kinds of shops and markets, meat market, cheese markets, fruits and vegetables, tianguis. Over on the left-hand side, we're getting close to El Centro. Took a trip. I was on the road this week. The peso is strengthening. This morning, my rent is now about, as of this morning, my rent is about $472 a month. When I moved in here, it was about $420 a month. So in a year, my rent's gone up with the peso about $50 a month. But that's still, for me, that's better than what I was paying in Mazatlán. Because when I moved into my apartment in Mazatlán, it was $650 a month. And then the peso went up. All of a sudden, I was paying $824 a month. But with my rent being at $420 a month, with your contributions to the channel, I can travel. I was on the road this week. It was $50 a night for hotel. You do that. If I do that twice a month, that's another $200. Put that on top of $800 for my rent and other expenses. It makes it so that I can't go out and make videos because I'm strapped for cash. But the value of the peso is going up. It's very affordable here in Morelia. A friend of mine from Mazatlán, I've known her for years, and she's staying in Mazatlán for a couple of months. She found a nice place in Mazatlán for 7,500 pesos a month. That's about $390 a month. That's extremely affordable. So I took a trip this week to 2 cities. I've got clips of both of those. Going to share with you where they are, the cost of living there, what I think it would be like to live there. Those clips are coming up shortly. But before I get to those clips, Let's say hello to a few more. Now this is funny, Char. And I'll be here for a little while. Can't wait to do a little shopping. You're funny, Char. Okay, and my girlfriends are here. Hola, oh, you cutie pie girls. Yeah, welcome as always. Killer Queen One, hi, Bill and everyone. Can you please put your dentist info in the chat? Thanks so much. Yeah, man, I took a picture of all of their information. I made a video of it. I don't know where I put that. Let me see if I can get my head together with that information. Okay. Okay. This is my first June in Morelia, and it's kind of surprising because the weather is I'm going to say it's chilly right now. I've got a hoodie on. I could almost put on another hoodie and have two hoodies on. I mean, it's almost like if I was in Ohio, this would be like mid-October weather headed into the late fall, winter. But it's very fresh, very refreshing. But I really didn't expect it to be this chilly at the end of June, in the middle of summertime. So I'm a little surprised, but low of maybe 57 in the morning, a high of 70, maybe 72 around 2 or 3 o'clock. But in Mazatlán, you can add 20 degrees to morning and afternoon. I talked to a friend of mine in Columbus, Ohio this week. He said it was hot and humid as hell, like 94 degrees. And in Ohio, you get up to 94 degrees. It's like Mississippi up there. And I know the same is true in Mazatlán. So let me get back and answer some questions right off the bat. Billy Weiss good morning, Bill, from two expats in Morelia. It's a beautiful day here in Morelia. Yeah, it's really nice. The sun is out. It rained for 2 full days. Rained for 2 full days, like Monday, Tuesday when I was on the road. It was the first day it rained all day. The next day, I forgot what the sun was like. So here we go. Let's talk about Elizabeth. Elizabeth asked a question before we signed on this morning. And she said, Bill, can you talk? Can you talk a bit about living in Mazatlán? I'm thinking of moving there. Mazatlán, the first time I went to Mazatlán, I was living in Chapala, and I took a tour to Mazatlán. There's a guy in Ajijic, Rob. He has a dildo shop in Ajijic. It's called Wilds, right down the street from the main plaza. Rob's dildo shop, and his shop is called Wilds. But he's in Ajijic, but every month he takes a group of about 16 people to Mazatlán, and he owns a bed and breakfast smack dab in the middle of Mazatlán at the end of the Malecón. His bed and breakfast is a fabulous place, has a swimming pool. It's a half block away from the Malecón. That means half a block away from the ocean. Excellent location. I'm going to say if you want to live in Mazatlán, a great place to live would be in El Centro. But in El Centro, in Mazatlán, It's going to cost you about, I'm going to say, somewhere between $800 to $1,200 a month to get a place to stay year round. Mazatlán, I think, is a great place to live. I don't know about year round. What really killed me was the heat and humidity in the summertime. In the summertime, it is hot and humid as a mofo. And mofo, I'm not going there. Mofo, that's black man short talk for the big words. Mo is for one word, mother, and fo is for another word that's a cuss word. Mofo. It's hot as a mofo in the summertime. But if you got that money, some months I was spending $150 a month on air conditioning, put that on top of $850 a month for rent. All of a sudden I'm up to $1,000 a month. But anyway, Mazatlán is fabulous. The Malecón, which is the longest Malecón in the world. I mean, you can walk down the Malecón, which is on the ocean, all kinds of shops and restaurants. You can eat at restaurants with great ocean views. I went whale watching. There are a ton of Canadians. I'd never seen so many Canadians in all my life. So if you move to Mazatlán, make sure you hook up with some Canadians because they know all of the nooks and crannies in Mazatlán. And their families have been visiting there for years. It's a little bit more expensive. I would say it's a lot more expensive than Morelia just because of all of the expats that live there. Also, I found that once you live there for like 6 months or a year, Mazatlán really isn't near anywhere. Morelia is near lots of places. I mean, Morelia is near about 15 pueblos mágicos. Those are magical cities. I'm 4 hours from the ocean if I want to see the ocean. But Mazatlán has everything. They've got Office Depot, Home Depot, they have big giant superstores. They have places for vegetarians to eat. They have everything. And one time somebody told me that Mazatlán is a safer town. I don't know how to say this, but this is what a Mexican told me. This is what a Mexican lawyer told me. He said Mazatlán is a little safer because a lot of narcos go there for vacations. Hey, narcos got to send their kids to school. They got to go to vacations and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little safer in Mazatlán, and that's what they told me. Okay. But so if you want to hang out with Americans or hang out with Canadians and not speak any, I know Americans that live in Mazatlán and speak no Spanish. That's funny. And they just hang out. I mean, the Canadians, if you like country western music, there's a guy named Brent. What's his last name? If you guys know his last name, I did a video with him. Brent, I have a black, but he does country. He writes his own music. He's a Canadian. He's won many awards, Canadian Country Music Awards. But I'm going to say November through April. The Brentster, that's what it is. It's the Brentster. The Brentster. And he does live country music shows in Sabalo Country, which is a suburb of Mazatlán, where I used to live. And he does live shows for 3 hours every Tuesday, starting at 2 p.m. You pay like $20 to get in. You can drink all that you can. Beer, hard alcohol, get all blasted. Yeah, I mean, and just listening to country western music. I had no clue that Canadians liked country western music. What's up with that? What, they like country western in Canada? Yeah, well, yeah, they do. And there's a bar restaurant in Sablo Country. It's called La Katrina. La Katrina. That was, and you can go there and listen. Oh, and in Sablo Country, they have live music frequently all through the week. And because there are so many senior citizens, that's people my age, in Mazatlán, a lot of the live music events start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, end around 7 in the afternoon, early evening. That's because all people my age like to, they don't, at 7 o'clock, they just want to be all blasted, go home and go to sleep. So if you're single and if maybe you want to meet, I know a bunch of single women in Mazatlán from Canada, from the United States, looking for a man. I know single men in Mazatlán from Canada, the United States, we're looking for a woman. It's all there. But having said all of that, I mean, if you like all of that, it's all there. I like Mazatlán above Puerto Vallarta. I think when I first went to Mazatlán, I fell in love with it. I just wanted to live there. So it's a great place, and that is the headquarters of many Mexico corporations. One of those big coffee, Morelia Coffee, their headquarters is there. Pacifico Beer, and I think Pacifico manufactures Modelo Especial and other forms of Modelo. Their headquarters is there. There are many colleges in Mazatlán, so you have a mixture of young Mexico people, older Mexico people, college students, doctors, attorneys, all of that. Mazatlán, I enjoyed it, but I enjoy, but I'm a happy person. I enjoy pretty much everywhere that I go, and I enjoy people about everywhere that I go. Elizabeth, I hope that puts some light on your question. There were a little too many Canadians, too many Americans. The prices were a bit too high. And for 6 months out of the year, it was hot and humid as hell. And I lived in a building with about 400 Canadians, and they all knew that I made YouTube travel videos about Mexico. And they would be in Mazatlán for like 4 months. Because Canadians are smart. They only go to Mazatlán for like 6 months. And they would ask me, Bill, where can we take a day trip? What are the day trips that we can take around Mazatlán? And I mean, I'm going to say there aren't any. I'm going to say there aren't any. Hey, okay. So anyway, that's my view on Mazatlán. Okay, now let me get over here to messages, see what I've been missing. Okay, I'm scrolling here. Okay, I'm catching up with where am I? I'll find it here. I'm going to find it here really soon. Okay. On my weather screen, it looks like you have a real rainy moon weather. Yeah. Yeah. But right now we have a sunny sky and I'm good to go. 87 degrees in Dallas, high of 96. Hell on earth. Oh no. David, my neighbor here in Mazatlán. Great to see you here, David. I got to meet David and his wife, Maria, one day. We send messages to each other through the week. It's really funny. I think he is from Louisville, Kentucky. And my girlfriends in Dallas just contributed to the channel. Thank you so much for helping me pay for my travel. Marquita, good morning, Bill. My husband and I are going to make our exodus from the U.S., but recently saw a map of cartel locations. There wasn't any area they weren't located. We need that info. Marquita Taylor, I wouldn't worry about it. I've been here 20 years, and I'm just going to come straight out and say it, Marquita. I'm going to come straight out and say it. Unless you're dealing drugs, you come here and try to sell cocaine, try to sell marijuana, try to sell heroin, you're going to get killed. If you're trying to buy heroin, buy cocaine, buy marijuana, and you don't pay the people, you're going to get killed. If you come down here and you have a lot of money, you try to take over the copper industry or the steel industry, you're going to get killed. But if you're just a regular, or if you go out and go to the wrong disco and stay out till 6 o'clock in the morning and you're hitting on somebody's girlfriend, hitting on their wife, hitting on their husband, hitting on their boyfriend, you're all drunk, you can hardly walk, you calling them bad Mexican names, you're going to get killed, okay? So I'm going to say screw all that scary stuff about cartels. They might exist, but they only kill each other, or they kill you or mess with you if you try to mess with their business. But if you ain't messing with their business, there's nothing to be worried about. I've been here 20 years, and I've never seen anybody in the cartel. But I don't know what they look like. They may have been in the grocery line right behind me and all that kind of stuff. But screw, that's crazy. It's more dangerous to live in the United States, definitely, than to live here in the United States. What? You got the ICE people showing up with masks on and jeans and guns, grabbing people off the streets from churches, from schools. They're taking U.S. citizens, people from all over the world, Canadians, Europeans, shipping them off to different countries and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, hell no. I know that's dangerous right there. I'm telling you, don't be brown in the United States. You can come down here and be brown. Nobody's going to mess with you. Screw that whole narco concept. Come on down here and be free. Love your live program. Elizabeth, I love you too. Randy, welcome. Good morning, Brother Bill and family from Ahiheek. Ahiheek, a great place. Great place. And Randy, thank you so much for joining us today and supporting our channel. Tooth Fairy, it rains here every afternoon, so I go out in the morning and do my errands, and the rain doesn't bother me. I have my umbrella, and I'm good to go, and Tooth Fairy is so right. I have my umbrella, I have my waterproof boots, I have a little raincoat that I roll up and put in my travel bag, and I'm good to go. And let me say this. I lived in Great Britain for a month in 4 different little towns outside of London. And I met a lady that lived in that area. She was British. And okay, in London, in the London area, it rains frequently. And she said, I mean, she was a lifer. She'd lived there her entire life, and it would rain, then the sun would come out. Rain, then the sun would come out. And she told me, If you plan your activities around the rain, you'll never live life. So yeah, it's going to rain here a couple of times, but hey, everything's cool. Everything's cool. Okay, Marco, you gave me the name of the bus company to get here. He checked to see if I made it to Chicago. He then picked me up, took me to Chicago Pizza. Oh man. Oh, that is so cool. You guys are great, teaching each other great. Yeah, our family here, we're filled with love and we help each other out. Danielle, good morning, Bill. I'll be arriving in Morelia on July the 3rd and staying for the summer. Welcome. It really surprises me. I have a friend who's here now. She's staying for about 3 months. And we had breakfast. Yes, she invited me to go to breakfast yesterday. I'm going to put up a video about that, I think this week. And so she's been here for about 2 weeks. And I was, I was a little worried for her, but she's just having a great time. She just gets on. She's like Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy takes the combis. They're like these mini buses that go all over town. They only cost like 7 cents to get on. And she's just been on the combis, going all around town, going to restaurants, to art museums. She went to the zoo here in Morelia, and she's just, and she's retired. And she just gets up every morning. She has a new plan. There's a lot to do in Morelia. She found great places to stay. Her landlords have been great Mexican people, cooking food for her and stuff like that. Morelia is fabulous, and the people of Mexico are wonderful. Okay, Elizabeth, I want to visit the rest of Mexico by bus from Mazatlán. Would I first take a bus to Puerto Vallarta? Trips I would like to do from Mazatlán would be San Miguel, San Luis Potosi, Morelia, and Oaxaca. To go to all of those places, I'm going to say you can take a direct bus from Mazatlán to Puerto Vallarta direct. I'm thinking that probably you can take a direct bus to San Miguel Allende from Mazatlán direct, San Luis Potosi direct, Morelia direct, Oaxaca direct. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. I don't know if you have a visa yet, but if you're going to be on the bus traveling like that, I would get your senior citizen discount card, and then it's going to be half the price. I went to La Comer when I arrived to do a little bit of shopping. It sure is a beautiful store. In La Comer, I can walk to La Comer in like 15 minutes. I go there like twice a week. It's fabulous. This is one of the best grocery stores, even compared to grocery stores in New York City or San Francisco. They have everything. You can buy frozen California lobster tails there. But if I'm not mistaken, 2 California frozen lobster tails are going to cost you about $100 at La Comer. I don't like lobster that much. Welcome, Lawhoff 95. Great to see you here. Oh, that's so great. Waiting for me when we got to the Airbnb, that is so funny. She brought me up. Oh my God, this is crazy. We got craziness going on here. It's a Bill Dallas Lewis channel. Hi, Bill. I really enjoyed the bus station in Morelia. Okay, yeah, you have. Yeah, okay. I've been there I was there twice this week. Chinese food was cheap and delicious also. Coffee was gourmet. Okay, whatever. Is there a hurricane risk? Yes, that's one beauty of I've been through scores of tornadoes in Mazatlán and Puerto Vallarta. It's a very scary thing. I'm happy to live inland. The Canadian, they're always most friendly people. Canadians are fabulous. I'd like to visit Morelia in the future, but not now, though. Too much tension between Mexico and the United States. Now, the funny thing is, with all the craziness going on between Claudia Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, and Crazy Donald, if you walk around, it's like nothing's going on. The tariffs don't affect my life. Mexico is self-sufficient when it comes to fruits, vegetables, chicken, cattle, pork, all the stuff I eat. Prices have not gone up. My rent has not gone up. All the Mexican people treat me great. I'm going to say there is no tension. People still treat me great. My friend I had breakfast with yesterday, Kathy, she's my age, and she's a white lady, a white American. She's just out and about all the time. Mexican people treat her great. Oh, yeah, and we were at this fabulous restaurant. I'll show you video clips on this restaurant next week. The place was filled with Mexicans Friday morning at 10:30 in the morning. All these, like 300 Mexican people in there eating breakfast. Nobody even looked at us. I'm a black American. She's a white. Nobody looked at us. All the people were friendly. The waiters friendly. People at the other table. Hey, I'm telling you guys, man, all that narco crap and tensions between Mexico and that's all bull crap. Bull crap. This is a land of love. It's the land of love. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Pacifico, that is my choice of beer when I'm in Mexico. I do like Pacifico. I prefer Modelo Especial. And I don't like Corona. Ha ha. And Tooth Fairy took me to a vegan restaurant. I made sure to get enough for today. It was really at a vegan restaurant. Okay, I gotta try that. Tooth Fairy, I want to go. I want to go to your vegan restaurant. I've never had good vegan food. There's a vegan restaurant outside of Ajijic. I went there one time. It was like eating note. It was like eating note paper. Had no taste at all. But they had 50 items on the menu. It all tastes like paper with no seasoning. All that vegan food tasted like this, with no salt, no pepper, no hot sauce, nothing, no grease, no pork grease on it. No. Yeah, I got to go from there. With love from Akron, Ohio. Sure, it's humid and raining buckets. I'm a lazy gardener, don't mind. And for what it's worth, in Mexico City, they say this June in Mexico City, they've had more rain than they've had in the last 21 years this June. And also, for what it's worth, this month, the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, it was her birthday and she turned 63. Thank you, Elizabeth. Salvador in the house. Hi, Bill. Saludos from Minnesota. I've been to Minneapolis 2 times. I've been there in February and I've been there in August, and I prefer August. Okay. If you stay on both buses and don't drive around the county in a fancy car, A-OK. The buses are great. I was on the bus for half my life this week. Marquita, on my view, America is the most dangerous country on earth, especially for black people. Mexicans have never lynched anyone. There you go, right on. Let's see here. I've spent time in Mexico. Not once was I worried about cartel. Thank you, pretty boy. Good morning from Columbus, Ohio. It's 80. Columbus is my hometown. It's 86, and climbing reminds me of Mexico's weather. Gotta escape again soon. And I tell you, Ivy Adams, 86. We'll hit high of 72 today. It's going to be a high of 72 in Morelia. Hugh, great to see you here this morning. Stop with the cartel. It's perfectly safe. PPL. Okay, now my family lived generations in Morelia. I had my first communion. My daughter was baptized at the cathedral, and Marco, who is in the house, his family is from Morelia. Hey, Bill. Did you know that they were building a streetcar system in Morelia? Right on. No, I didn't know that. Boy, we got a lot of people giving us information. Look at the girl. Buenos dias from Mexico City. Right on, girl. I'm escaping the hot, sweltering Texas heat. I'm telling you, the weather here in Morelia is fabulous. Right now, the sun is out. We got some clouds. 72, you can walk around and not sweat. Where I live, I do not have an air conditioner. I don't even have an air conditioner. I don't know what it looks like anymore. I don't need one. It's awesome. Okay, now, Morelia, but walking on the beach, wiggling my toes. Yeah, that gets old when you sweating and the mosquitoes come and get you. Good morning. Okay, I got that. Honestly uninterested. People on Facebook, Ahihi's site, have said cash is getting hard to get at the ATMs. U.S. cash, that is. Don't know about Canadian. Okay, now, Ahihi. Ahihi is a small town. And I'm trying to, when you live in a town the size of Ahihi, they only have so many money machines. Here in Morelia, I swear to God, I can walk 10 minutes and there are 5 different banks and they're all right next to each other. This is right across the street from La Comer, the grocery store. 5 different banks, one right next to the other, and they all have 10 money machines. So on any day, I can go to one of 50 money machines, and that's only in a half block. Okay. Now in Ahihi, they might have, I don't know. Somebody in Ahihi tell me. They might have 5 total money machines in Ahihi. Okay, that's a problem. But Ahihi population, 15,000 people. That's during the low season. High season population, about 30,000 people. Yeah, they don't have any money machines because it's a small location with not a lot of place to get money. So that's Ahihi. If you live in a small place, we have 1 million people in Morelia. Mazatlán has about 500,000 people. They have money machines. Ahihi is a small place. I don't like airports mainly. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. Now, Dora Ray. I'm worried about the price of the dollar. I hope stay the same for a while. Yeah, it's good down here, but that's the good thing. That's a good thing about living in an affordable place. Now in Mazatlán, I know some Canadians up there, they're paying monthly rent of like $1,200 a month for an apartment like mine. Uh, and then the value of the peso goes up. All of a sudden, instead of $1,200, they're paying like $1,800. Yeah, Mazatlán is expensive. Morelia is very affordable. The same thing. My rent is $470 a month. If the peso goes up, all of a sudden I'm paying $550 a month. I can pay $550 a month, but I'm not going from $1,200 a month to $1,800 a month. No, no, no. That's funny. Marco, glad I could help. Wish there was more time to show you. Oh, that is so cool. That's what we do here at the Bill the Geek channel. We help one another out. Right on. Share the love. Share the love. Okay. Skater nurse. Mexico never lynched anyone. Learn your history, especially during the Mexico Revolution. Oh, I must say, my Mexican neighbor has a farm there, and he went to check on it a few weeks ago, and he saw 4 lynched bodies. I've been here 20 years, never seen a lynched body. But believe what you want. Don't come down. Just stay where you are. Yes, just stay where you are. Now, how do you know to get? I know how to get you to Miss Ohio a bit. After your show, I'm driving to Midwestern. Juicy ribs, finger looking good. The only thing I miss about Ohio is White Castle's jalapeno cheeseburgers, and that's about it. That's all. I miss my White Castle cheeseburgers. Yeah, my fellow Buckeye and other Buckeyes. It's been hot in Georgia with lots of rain. Taking a quick break to watch you before I go back outside. You are very welcome. It is my pleasure. Okay, so let's get to some video clips. This week, let me show you where I went this week. This week, I made a trip to, you can see Morelia at the bottom of the map. And I went to 2 cities. One was called Moroleón, and the other one was called Uriangato. And they're smack dab right next door to one another. And this was about a 2-hour direct bus ride from Morelia. The full price of the bus ride was about $3, and with my senior citizen discount card, it was only $1.50. And I found a hotel. For about $50 a night. It was a fabulous hotel. That's a story also. But let me say, I took a taxi to the bus station. Took a taxi from my apartment to the bus station. Actually, it wasn't a taxi. I never take taxis. I always use Uber or Didi, and 99% of the time I use Didi because it's less expensive and they come faster. Okay, so I had a Mexican Didi driver. And he says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to Moroleón." And he spoke English. His English was very good. And I said, "Do you know?" But we spoke between English and Spanish. And I said, "Do you know Moroleón?" And he said, "Oh, well, it's okay. I've been there 1 or 2 times. I could only, how long are you going to be there?" I said, "Oh, like 4 nights." And he said, "Well, I can only see spending like 5 hours there." Okay. And, I had a great time there. I spent almost a whole week there. It was wonderful. And let me share with you some clips. Okay, what am I doing right here? What is this? Outside. Okay, Here we go. Here I am. This is the bus station in Morelia. I'm going to get on that bus that is called the Yellow Arrow Bus Line. But its name is in Spanish. It's called Flecha Amarillo. Flecha Amarillo, the Flecha Amarillo, the Yellow Arrow Bus Line. And I think they must be owned by Premier Plus. And I'm going to get on the bus. The only thing about the Yellow Arrow bus line's very clean, but they don't have bathrooms or electrical chargers. Or you can't watch movies, but it's very clean. They come right on time. And this is going to take me directly to where I want to go. Yes, and this is the bus station in Morelia. And we're going to head north. Most of the traffic on the freeway, if that's what you want to call it, is going to go east or west. So we're taking the bus headed north out of town. And I've got all of my computer equipment with me on the bus. I got my laptop, and I've got my $200 Apple earpods with me. I can use my cell phone for an internet connection, so I can be on the computer. I can watch news. I can watch the Midas Touch. But when I'm on the bus, I'm always mesmerized by what I can see just looking out of the window. And with all of this rain, everything is so green. And I think, well, maybe I'll watch the Midas Touch and see what Donald Trump's doing today. See who's going to jail, see who they kidnapping. But instead, I just kind of look out the window, and even though the sun is not out, it's just so beautiful. The green mountains, the green farmland, so much better than a California bus ride or an Ohio bus ride, God forbid an Indiana bus ride. And so we go by this place here, Bienvenidos. That means welcome. And this is a huge, it's like a swap meet, tianguis, but mostly clothing. And this bus was full, but I'm going to say almost everybody on the bus. This is about 20 minutes before we get to Moroleón. Look at all these buses. All these buses. I'm going to turn that off and show it again. Bienvenidos, and there's the name of the place right there. Hokems. You can look it up on the internet. It's about 20 minutes before you get to Moroleón, and you can go into this place and shop till you drop. I don't know if these people are working there or if they're going to go shopping there, but look at all those buses. And here's the side view. That building goes all the way. That's like the building is like 150 yards in depth, selling mostly clothing, to my understanding. Yeah, and all the greenery and all that kind of stuff. So I get to, here is the Moroleón bus station. Here we go. It's a small bus station with the little green taxi cabs. Very clean. Most of the bus stations I've been to have been really, really clean. Yep. So I had picked out a hotel to stay in. Okay, so I asked a taxi driver, and whenever I go places, I always write down the names and the addresses of the places that I want to go. So I ask a taxi. I pull out I always have my notepad right here. I got my notepad with me, and I pull it out and I say, here's the hotel I want to go to. This is all in Spanish. Here's the hotel I want to go to. Here's the address. And so the taxi driver said, we can't go there. We can't go there. I said, what? I said, there's like 10 taxis out there. And the guy says, well, we can't go there. All right, what? What? Nobody, none of these 10 taxis can go there? And he said, no, there's a parade. There's a parade, and we can't get you to that hotel. I said, okay. So this one taxi driver says, okay, I can't get you to the hotel, but I can get you kind of close. Okay, how much is that going to cost? So $4, 80 pesos. This is all in Spanish. And I said, okay, well, can you get me within 15 blocks? I can walk 15 blocks. He says, no, but I can get you within 3 blocks. I said, what, 3 blocks? Okay, fine. So I go and get in the taxi. We go through. He ends up he can get me right to the hotel. We get to the hotel. It looked like a nice place. It was closed. All the doors were locked. I was ringing the bell, trying to get in, couldn't get in. And I didn't get into the hotel that I wanted. It wasn't open. Whatever that was about, I don't know. So there was a guy out on the street. He looked homeless. And I had checked out a whole bunch of hotels in the Moroleón area. And he said, oh, there's a hotel 2 blocks away. Go down there. So I go down to that hotel, and this was the nastiest little hotel I'd seen in my entire life. And I've seen some I've stayed in thousands of hotels in my life. Swear to God, just like that. And it was a little room in a nasty building. All it was a bed, and it had no windows and a metal door. This was almost the nastiest hotel I'd ever seen. The lady showed me the room. I was polite. I said, oh, no, thank you. I'll just go on down. Then I found another hotel, same kind of deal. Looked okay on the outside, went inside. They had a king-size bed, but they had one window. It was high. You almost had to jump on a chair to look out of the window. I left there. So there was one place I had done my research for, and it was called Hotel Excelencia. Hotel Excelencia. And here, and for me, when I'm on the road, and I'm going to go shoot video all day, I want to be in comfort when I'm going to go out and shoot videos all day. When I get back to the hotel, I want to chill out and be comfortable. And so it ends up that this place that I'm going to show you now, this was only about 4 blocks from the bus station. There it is, Hotel Excelencia. And that's what they have all kinds of restaurants around there. It was close to El Centro for both of the cities that I wanted to visit. I'm going to show you that again. Now imagine this. I'm totally on the other side of town from this hotel. So I had the name of the hotel. I put it into Google Maps, asked for directions, hit the start button, and it showed me how to walk there. It showed me how, and it was like 15 blocks of walking. I'd never been to the place before. And I got there, and I'm going to show you that again. So now, if you can see that white van right in front, that's where I walked up this hill, and then I can see the hotel. And I walked into the hotel, and this is all in Spanish, and I said, I said, I am so happy to be here. They had a lobby, a restaurant, all that kind of thing. And the guy behind the counter, I said, oh, I'm looking for a room with a view of the street. And I want a little balcony. I want a door that goes to the balcony so I can see the street. Do you have anything like that? And he said, yes. He said, yeah. So here's what the hotel looked like on the inside. Nice, clean, king size bed. There's my travel bag. I got cable television, which I don't use. Wi-Fi, nice, clean bathroom, closet, shower. Look at that. Nice. I was so happy. Hotel Excelencia. And here's my sliding door, my own little balcony. I put a chair out there. I dragged a desk out there. They had a great restaurant. It's called 100 something. And there's another restaurant on that corner. There was a burger place 2 blocks away. This was right down the street from a big mall. And, I'm on the road. I want to be comfortable after I get done shooting images, but it was great, $50 a night. And that when you guys donate to the channel, this is where the money goes. So, now this is really funny because I walk for 15 blocks. I check into, they had an elevator. Ha ha, woo! An elevator. I said, do you have an elevator? Yeah, we got an elevator. So I took my stuff up to my room. I walked 15 blocks to get there. Took about a half an hour. Then I look out of my window and there's a thunderstorm. I'm looking out my deck. There's a thunderstorm, and it ends up as soon as I walked into the hotel, the thunderstorm started. I'm looking off of my deck. It's raining like mad. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm thinking, oh, wow, what am I going to do? How am I going to shoot videos? And then I thought of the lady in London that told me, well, you can't let the weather to stop your plans. So I grabbed my umbrella and my raincoat. I got my new waterproof boots, and I left the hotel. And as soon as I walked out, it stopped raining. Here you go. As soon as I left the hotel, it stopped raining. If you want to have some good luck, you need to hang out with Bill the Geek on the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. Let me do something here real quick. I'm at number 10. And let's go right over here. So this is called Moroleón, Mexico. That is the name of the place that we're going to walk through right now. And I'm going to put up a full video. I'm going to put up a full video probably Tuesday or Thursday of this week. 2 blocks from my hotel, I could buy rotisserie chicken. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I've never seen a rotisserie grill like that in Mexico, where they have the fire, the wood burning. Let's play that again. I know Brian Maiden wants to see that again. But you get a whole chicken for $7.50 cooked like that, with all kinds of stuff to eat with it. Look at that. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Tooth Fairy. Look at that. Oh, that's what you're missing, girl. None of that bacon stuff. So I passed the chicken, and the street was a boulevard, and then the street narrowed. But you can see it's raining, but everything's nice and clean. You don't see any papers in the street. Also, I didn't see any cobblestone in this town. No cobblestone. And I asked the guy at the front desk, I said, hey, look, there's there's a sign to go to El Centro. That's where I want to go. I'm going to turn that off. Let's turn it back on. Here's a sign. Morelia, that way. You want to go to El Centro, go that way. And I asked the guy at the hotel, how do I get to El Centro? And there are more signs. El Centro. That's where I want to go. And look at how nice and clean the streets are. And I'm getting closer to El Centro, to the historic district. And the streets just keep getting more skinny and more skinny. And you have all these little shops and restaurants. And again, my taxi driver in Morelia told me, oh, there's nothing to do there. Nothing to do there. I can only stay there for about 5 hours. But now I'm walking closer and closer. I would say this place is extremely affordable. I was looking at rental prices this morning. I was seeing some 2-bedroom apartments for like $350 a month. You're like an hour and a half from Morelia. You're close to Leon, close to San Miguel Allende. Very affordable place. Okay. Now I'm in the historic area. Yeah, there you go. Nice little skinny streets. And I'm going to say this city has everything that you want. Everything you want is here in Moroleón, Mexico. Oh, and there you go. Lots of shopping. And this is a big textile city. The city I'm going to show you today, Moroleón, and the city I'm going to show you next week, maybe. I have all the videos. They're textile cities where they do textile manufacturing. They have many textile shops. And if you want to go somewhere and shop till you drop with very affordable prices, you want to check this place out. Lots of beautiful historical buildings, churches, and there's the plaza right there. Beautiful. And that's a bank. Yeah, and they had many banks, and there is the cathedral. We'll go into the cathedral in a minute. This is right off of the plaza. Yeah, it's huge. And there's another huge cathedral in the next city I will show you next week. Now, let me make a note of where I stopped here. Next, number 40. Okay. So let's get back to comments, see what's going on here. Okay, now. Okay, I'm behind. Okay. Yeah, stay safe in America. You get lynched if you're affiliated with criminals. That's funny. Okay, Charm. Marco, thank you for everything. You know our history, Black people were lynched after church for being black. Tell me, Einstein, where in history Mexico lynched black people for being black? Yeah. Not to say that if you were a black pregnant woman, they would lynch you and then cut your baby out of your belly, and then they would say prayers. Good morning, Axel Foley. No movies today. Good for you, dude. Hi, Bill. I saw that bus station yesterday with all the green taxis. It's funny. And I had been to that bus station before, but never into the city. And one thing I do want to say is, if you take the bus, The buses will stop and the bus station will be on the edge of town, and sometimes the bus stations don't look all that impressive, but that I'm going to say that 99% of the time, the buses give you no idea of the beauty of the city that you're going to see when you get off of the bus and you go into the city to see what's going on. The Mexican government has never singled out its black people or lynched for being black. They don't shoot black men here for living while blacks stay in the U.S. with your beautiful, hateful president. Thank you, Tooth Fairy, for telling it like it is. I'm not going to. I'm never going back to the United States. I never go back. Tony, catching my first live on Bill's channel. Tony, greetings to you and welcome. For safe travels, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. This is how we can travel. This is how we can travel. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Yes, Buck, I did get your email, and I'm working on that project. Thank you so much, and welcome. Brian Maiden, welcome, Tony. Thank you, Brian. Tony, Morelia is in the highlands, cooler climate and mountains, correct. And let me say, the altitude, they say that Ajijic, I mean, if you're driving from Guadalajara to Ajijic, right before you get to Ajijic, there's a sign that says best climate in the world, big giant sign, best climate in the world. That altitude is about 5,100 feet. The altitude of Morelia is 6,000 feet, which makes the climate here a little bit cooler than Ajijic. And I lived in the Ajijic Chapala area for like 4 years. Also, and then another 3 years in Guadalajara. I prefer this climate compared to the Ajijic climate. Everybody's different. Justin, thank you so much. My friend in Iowa, I think. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. This is how we can travel. This is how we can travel and make videos and plan trips and eat food and pay rent. Thank you all so much for contributing to the channel and for visiting us today. Good morning, Bill. I love your channel. Keep up the good work, brother Eugene. Thank you so much, Eugene. Yeah, my uncle's name was Eugene, and I never met him. I never met Eugene. He was in the armed services. He went to the Korean War and went missing for like 50 years. That was my dad's brother. I never met him. He was in the armed services. Nobody knows what happened to him. He went to the Korean War. Now, the funny thing is, my dad was in Hawaii. Oh, like 35 years after he went missing. My dad's in Hawaii, and my dad's name is the same name as me. And he's looking at this statue, and it was a memorial of people that went missing or got killed in the Korean War. And that's where he saw his brother's name on this statue in Hawaii with a bunch of other names. So he contacted the government, and sure enough, it was his brother, Eugene. And Dad got all the papers and everything, and that was very settling. Okay, now, here we go. Good morning, Bill. Ken in Miami, headed to Mexico in August. I hope you're going to the right spot, because August is a hot month, my man, depending on where you go. But I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Law Huff, and she told me her name one time. She emailed me, but she's visiting. She's visiting. I think she's going to be here for like 2 weeks. Yeah, you guys can get together and have a big freaking party. Invite me, but I tell you what, I'm going to be gone all this week, and I'm going to be in the dentist chair the 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's of July. I'll be in the dentist chair every morning for 2 hours. So I'd like to hook up with you all. Somebody invite me to a party. Woo! Bill, how about a quick origin story about how you decided to live in Mexico? I'm going to give you the quick story. I went to Dartmouth College. And everybody at Dartmouth College has to go to the country of the. You have to study a language at Dartmouth, and whatever language you study, you have to go live in that country for 9 weeks. I had a friend who lived in Russia for 9 weeks. I had another friend who lived in Spain for 9 weeks. I decided to go to Mexico. In Mexico, I lived with a Mexican family. They treated me like a king. And then I would meet all these strangers in Mexico, rich people. Hey, come to my house and have dinner with my family. They didn't know me. Come have dinner at my house. These are owners of the gas company. I had a rich Mexican girlfriend, Nelly Gonzalez. She took me all over. They treated me like I was a king. This was in San Luis Potosi. Went back to the United States. Then I became a computer geek. I knew software. I could teach people stuff online. I was making really good money, teaching people stuff all over the world, Australia, London, Italy, all over the United States, Canada. I was teaching advanced computer graphics, computer code, working in my apartment. And I figured out, I can live anywhere in the world. I don't have to be in the United States. I can get the hell out of here. So I remembered Mexico, and I thought, I can move to Mexico. And when I was in that Dartmouth program, I had friends that went to Puerto Vallarta, and they had a great time there. They met Canadian women there, and all kind. We were teenagers. Okay, they met my friend Sion Bethel from New York City. He met this Canadian chick, brought her back to San Luis Potosi. She was screaming hot. Woo! He got caught having sex with her on the beach in Puerto Vallarta. And the police in Puerto Vallarta, they told Sion Bethel, no hoochie coochie on the beach. No hoochie coochie on the beach, but whatever. So I remembered that. I'd never been to Puerto Vallarta. I was making money in the United States. So I said, you know what? I think I'll just move to Mexico. So I did my research on Puerto Vallarta, apartments. Can I have a U.S. telephone? Do they have high-speed internet? Did my research. I moved to Puerto Vallarta. That was 20 years ago, and that's how I got my start in Mexico. Brian Maiden, thank you so much, Brian. Brian, pretty boy Maiden, thank you so much for contributing to the channel as always. Some of the oldest subscribers. We've been doing this for 4.5 years now. Brian's one of the longest subscribers. Him, Doc in New Jersey, Crapo, Dr. John, Axel Foley's been here forever. And speaking of Axel Foley, Bill, when I get to Mexico, what's the best way to reach you? Okay. The best way to reach me is the best way to contact Bill the Geek is through this email right here, bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. But if you want to reach me and you know you're going to be here, please reach me about 10 days ahead of time. Okay, let's say you showed up let's say you showed up in town yesterday, like Char Williams did, and you want to get together with me while I'm planning the trip for next week. I got to put up videos that I just took last week. I got to edit the videos, plan the trip for next. I ain't going nowhere. I come back. I'll be at the dentist for 3. So if you're going to come down here and you want to do breakfast, contact me 10 days before you get here. If you just get here and you want to hook up with me, and the more subscribers I get, the less available I'm going to be. So anyway, email me at bill.lewis. What is that? bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail. That is the best. My lesbian girls in Dallas, they sent me a text message. I don't use text messages. I don't do Instagram. I just do email and WhatsApp. There you go, right there. Okay, now let's get back to some comments over here. Kindness is wisdom. What a name. My sister-in-law is from Guadalajara. And for what it's worth, if you watch The Midas Touch, Ben Masalis, his wife is from Guadalajara. He's a white dude living in California. His wife is from Guadalajara. But anyway, let's get back to here. My sister-in-law is from Guadalajara. My brother and her have been happily married for 20 years. I have enjoyed the love of Mexico for several trips. Living in Mexico is the bomb. I ain't going nowhere. Hola, Angelos. Okay. Tooth Fairy, hello. This is my first trip to Morelia, and it is only 1 week stay. Okay. I got my RP in 2024. My next visit to Morelia will be longer to search for long-term lease. Good for you, girl. There you go. You're only here for a week. Okay. Short stay. Oh, that's too bad, girl. There's so much to see. Okay. Let me say this. Okay. Lawhoff 95. Before you get out of town, I went to a place for breakfast yesterday. And stay here just for a second. I went to Momo's. See if you can find this place. Momo's restaurant. Okay, here we go. There you go. Lawhoff. See if you can find this restaurant. You should be able to I did a search for it on Google Maps yesterday and it found it. And they'll get you the name. That neighborhood is about a 5-minute drive from El Centro. In the taxi, Momo's restaurant. And I suggest you go to the restaurant. I didn't think the food was all that great, but at least walk inside and look at the atmosphere of the restaurant. It's fabulous. I took a bunch of video images. I'll show those next week. But it's not so much the restaurant I want you to see, but in front of the restaurant, it's on a boulevard, and in the middle of the boulevard, it's like a park that lasts for like 15 blocks. And this neighborhood, I'm going to put up this video about this neighborhood, I think on Thursday. This would be, if I didn't live where I live now, I think that this would be a preferred place for me to live in this neighborhood in Morelia. But see if you can find this place. It's going to be about a 10-minute taxi ride from El Centro. Should only cost you about 50 pesos, 60 pesos at the most. That's $3. I strongly suggest a visit to this restaurant. They close at 6, so you can go to lunch or something, or go to breakfast, have an omelet. Great. They have nice music, very friendly people, very popular place. But check that out, and then just walk into the place, look around, but check out the more importantly is the boulevard in front of the restaurant, and just take a walk. Lots of shops, places to eat, wonderful environment. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Let's go back to comments. Okay. Okay. Now, great story, Bill. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, that's what got me here. No. See, yeah. Sion Bethel got busted with this hot Canadian chick. I mean, that's one reason I wanted to move to Puerto Vallarta. This chick was now Sion Bethel was from New York City. Some rich black dude from New York City. He was like 19, 20 years old, hooked up with this hot Canadian. She was like a model. Hoochie coochie on the beach. Sure enough. Skater Nurse, what is the name of the town that you said hour and a half away? Rent is in yeah. You are right. And here we go. Let's go back. Let's show you the name of the city that I'm showing you videos of. It's called Moroleón. Moroleón. There is the name of the city. I'm going to put up that video this week. I could live there. Very affordable. So if you're a self-sustained person, great. There you go. Gary, if you want to meet a smoking hot lady, hang out with Bill. No. No, man, I don't do that anymore. That's funny. I don't do it anymore, man. Bill, I'm retired from romance. I love myself too much to have any romance. There you go. Yeah, here we go. What happened? Okay, now Buck stops here. I will be in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada from the 29th to the 3rd of July. Okay, celebrating Canadian. Elbows up, right on. Buck stops here. I've met some beautiful women from Vancouver in where was I? Puerto Vallarta. Oh yeah, I met a hot woman from Vancouver. Woo, in Puerto Vallarta. I'm telling you, man. Woo, smoking back in the day, back when I was looking. Woo. Anyone here have experience teaching ESL to adults in Mexico? If so, what was the experience like for you? There you go. Peggy Harrington, here from Indiana. Love your channel. What do you think of Querétaro? I haven't been there yet. And I'm going to tell you, I've had I've hung out with people from that city. I have friends that have moved there and moved away from there. Right now, it's not high on my list because it's like a popular city, kind of, sort of. I tend to go to smaller cities, now San Miguel Allende. I don't know if I'm going to go to San Miguel Allende. Who hasn't heard of San Miguel Allende? A lot of American Canadians there. Popular is almost like Ahihika. I mean, who hasn't heard of it? I mean, I don't think I'm going to go to those cities for quite a while. Okay, here we go. Now, Char Williams, write down, Char. Thank you for supporting the channel as you always do. Thank you so much. Thank you for guiding to Morelia with all of you beautiful people. I have so much to tell you about my trip. I'll get that together after my son leaves on Tuesday. Love you all for that you do. Yeah, Char, we get to, Char, you told me about the place you're staying at first, but you said you were saving up for the second place you're going to stay. And I'd love to hook up with you, do an interview with you. I can't do that this week. I don't think I can do it until about around the 10th of July, but we will hook up. Maybe Tooth Fairy will hang out too, right on, Char Williams. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. And I know that Tooth Fairy loves this place. Dave loves this place. He lives here. Liston Henry loves this place. I love it every day. It's fabulous. So I still have a few more video clips to share here. We have 86 people in the house. We have 42 people that have clicked the like button. So if you like the content, if you like this content, click that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Let us know who you are. We do this. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. I'll be putting up videos this week on 2 cities that I have visited from last week. Again, last week, I was an hour and a half away from Morelia at Moroleón. I will put up that video Tuesday or Thursday of this week. And I also went to the city of Uriangato. Yes, I went there also. And I'll be showing you videos on that city next Saturday. So in Morelia, lots of places to visit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And Lawhoff just sent me an email, and I'm going to, whatever. Why is that not showing up over here? There you go. Yeah, Lawhoff. Oh, and Lawhoff now I know what your name. Now I know what your name is, girl. I know your name now. I know you. I know your name. I got your email now. There you go, Lawhoff. I got her name and her email. Yeah, I'm good to go. Okay, so let's go back. I still have some clips to share with you from Moroleón. From Moroleón. Here we go. Okay, now. Okay, so here we go. So I just showed you this clip of the cathedral. This is the cathedral right next to the plaza. This city, Moroleón, in conjunction with the other city I'm going to show you, they're side by side. One centro of one city is about 20-minute walk from the other city. And let's go into the church. And they always have this black dude right by the front door. Let me play that again. No, maybe not. Fabulous cathedrals. This was a really nice, huge cathedral. And this is something that this setup I had never seen before, with the benches on the side. And of course, you got to have the huge Elton John organ. Can you imagine Billy Preston on that organ? Get Billy Preston up there. Yeah, there you go. And now I'm at the plaza, and there you can see it all. The gazebo. You can see the cathedral in the background. It's been raining, and look at how beautiful those are. There's an elephant plant structure cut out. And here's a guy I'm doing my camera, and this guy just waves at me like, hey man, hey, right on, take your pictures. I'm good. You good? I'm good. He's friendly. The gazebo on a rainy day. I've only been in town about two. Look at that beautiful plaza. Look at that. And I showed you the church. But I'm going to play a video. This clip lasts 30 seconds. It is with sound, and I have to play the sound. I won't be able to talk while I'm playing this video because it has sound. But here we go. You got to hear the sound of the church bells. Here we go. There you go. And the funny thing is, if you looked at the top of the cathedral very closely, there was actually a guy up there where the bells are actually ringing the bells up there. So I sat down, and this guy here, watch that guy. Watch this guy in the red shirt. See that little bag he has? I'm going to start that again. Look at see that yellow bag he had? That is full of bird seed. And I'm going to play that again. The guy's got a little yellow bag, and he just threw a bunch of bird seed down there. He had a very nice bicycle. I think he goes from plaza to plaza, park to park, just throwing out bird seed to the pigeons. And I sat out there and just watched the pigeons. And when he left, some other guy came and put down some more bird seed for the pigeons. So let me say this. This is Moroleón. I will put up this video this week, probably Tuesday or Thursday. If you're looking for a extremely affordable place to stay, the people were very friendly. They have a lot of different kinds of food. There's a Chinese food place, a pizza place, all kinds of. I could live in Moroleón. Somebody else just sent me a donation here, and this is from Peggy Harrington. Peggy Harrington just contributed $10 to the channel. She clicked my donate button in the description below, and Peggy, thank you very much. Oh, wow, man. Yeah, man. I mean, Moroleón is definitely worth 3 nights stay. If you're by yourself, you just go there, walk around, go to the plaza. Wow. I should have had more clips. Okay, I left some clips out, but it's a beautiful place, extremely affordable, great weather. I mean, for me, all I want is affordable and great weather. And there were no cobblestones. People of all ages, from little kids, elementary school, junior high, high school, college kids, middle-aged people, single people, people my age, people older than me. No cobble, and totally flat. Just a little, it might have a little hill here and there, but I think I could live there. I could live there. Um, and one time I went to a place and I was broadcasting, and I said, "Well, I don't know if I could live there." And somebody out there watching, they said, "Well, Bill, you don't have to like everywhere." And that's true. So now I try to remember that I need to just tell people what I really think. But I like this place. And then when you see the city next to it next week, you can go back and forth between the two and just enjoy your life and have a great time. Affordably, living very affordably. Let's go back to comments, see what is going on here. Smash up the likes. Yeah, right on. Yeah, thank you, Bucks. Smash up the likes. Woo! Char Williams, the second place, is 2 blocks from the cathedral. I'll be in that place. Oh, you'll be in there for a month. I'll be around for a while. You let me know when you're available. Char Williams, thank you so much. 2 blocks from the cathedral. You go, girl. You go. Lake Show 1966. Puerto Escondido. No, that is on the peninsula, if I'm not mistaken. I was going to go there when I was in Mazatlán, but I don't think I'm going to hit the peninsula probably for another 5 years. It's just too popular, too touristy, too expensive. Okay, I go at the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. I go to places people never heard of. Have you heard of Moroleón? Have you heard of Moroleón? I mean, I go to places that are very cool, very affordable, with no tourists. And let me say, in Moroleón, I didn't see any Canadians or Americans at all. Those are the places that I share with people. In Morelia, is there a problem with homeless people there? And does the government help in any way? Brian Maiden, very good question. I'm going to say if you go to El Centro, and I'm scanning my memory, Morelia, I'm scanning, and what I'm going to say certainly cannot be true. What I'm going to say is certainly cannot be true. But in El Centro, I don't remember. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I don't think they have homeless people like they do in L.A., like where they have blocks of people living in cardboard boxes. I saw that in downtown L.A., where you got blocks of people living in cardboard boxes in downtown L.A. They don't have homeless like that. I went to breakfast with some people. Okay, let me. Okay, Brian, hold on a second. Okay, Brian. Okay. So I went to breakfast, Brian, with some people right here. This is across the street from the main cathedral in El Centro, and we sat there eating breakfast for a couple of hours. In that couple of hours, one lady with her baby, and the lady was maybe 21 years old. She had a baby, and she was asking us for money. I'm going to play that clip again. This is right, and we were there for 2 hours. And I had just had breakfast there the day before. And the same lady was there the day before with her baby, asking all the people all the way for money. Other than her, nobody was asking us for money. When I take the bus, yesterday I was coming from Moroleón. Was that yesterday? That was Thursday. I was coming back, and when I get the bus back to Morelia, I always walk about a half of a kilometer to the pharmacy of Guadalajara next to the bus station, because it's easier to get a Didi there, which is like Uber. So I always walk there to to the pharmacy of Guadalajara, which is like CVS, big pharmacy chain in Mexico. So I was walk to Pharmacy of Guadalajara, and right in front of Pharmacy of Guadalajara, next to the bus station, there's a place right in front of the store that seems to be a spot for homeless people. And Thursday when I got there was a homeless person with sleeping on, and this is like 1:30 in the afternoon. He's sleeping. I couldn't see his head. I could just see his feet, sleeping on a cardboard box in front of the store in a corner. Other than that, I've been here a year now, walking around day to day. I'm going to say I never see homeless people. Um, that's what I'm going to say. Nobody's ever asking me for money, but yes, there are homeless people. In Morelia, the first time I was in Morelia, oh my God. The first time I was in Morelia, I was in El Centro, and I saw a couple of homeless people. They were almost naked with blankets, taking baths in the fountains in downtown Morelia. That was my first time here. That was kind of freaky. So they are here, but it's not like Los Angeles. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, now let's go back to comments. Oh, there you go. Tooth Fairy. Buenos dias, Brian. Where in Morelia have you seen homelessness? I have walked all over Morelia and have never seen anyone homeless. There you go. Unlike Los Angeles and most places in the U.S. Yes. Bill, when you file your taxes, do you put your Mexican address on your return? Axel Foley, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes. Uh-huh. No, I was asking if there was a problem with homeless. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, but maybe I'm not paying attention. Rudy, Ola Bill, leaving again for my colon cancer surgery. Oh, but as soon as I'm able, Sheila will definitely, we love you, man. Thanks for everything. This is Rudy Clemens and his wife in Mazatlán. And what happened to Rudy and Sheila? I know Sheila's my age. Rudy's a couple of years older than me. They're black people. They watched my videos, moved to Mazatlán, and we would get together, and they just loved Mazatlán. It was, I would see them; they'd be so happy. I rarely meet people that come down here and don't enjoy it. Brian, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were asking a question. I know you're a great Canadian and not interested in propaganda. And she says, lo siento mi amigo, which means I'm sorry, my friend. Okay, now the US dollar, yeah, it's gone up. Brian is Canadian. What city, province? Yeah, okay, sorry. I mean, Bill. Okay, I forget what province Brian is in, Tony. Okay, now, I have one more clip to share from my trip. I have one more clip. Here we go. Okay, one more clip. Here we go. But before we, let me check my notes. Let me check my notes and see what's going on here. For what it's worth, this week in Mexico, in Veracruz. This is Carnival Week in Veracruz. The Ford Motor Company is celebrating 100 years in Mexico. I don't think a lot of people understand that Ford, General Motors, and other big car manufacturers make a lot of cars in Mexico and then ship them to the United States. And the last I heard, well, why do you do that? Well, I heard that at the Ford General Motor plants in the United States, those people make like $70 an hour. But down here, they pay people like $6 an hour. And that's why they do it. That's funny. More Mexican news. We have more Mexican news now. The Mexican Senate voted 99-0 to ban dolphin shows in Mexico. Let me say that again. The Senate of Mexico voted 99-0 to ban dolphin shows. You know, like a flipper. No more flipper shows in Mexico. They say it's an exploitation of marine mammals. And more Mexican news, just things that you may want to know about. Somebody asked me, do they have professional ice hockey in Mexico? Yes, they do. In Mexico, they do have professional ice hockey, and that is a growing sport down here. Oh, and also, while tourism in the United States has gone down the toilet because of Donald Trump, the United States is going to lose about $100 billion in tourism this year. But tourism in Mexico is booming. Airline flights into Mexico for tourism are up. They're starting to add more cruise ship tours to piers all over Mexico. The economy of Mexico is growing while the economy of the United States is going down the toilet. So just stay. And I must say that Pam Bondi, the current whatever you want to call her title is the Attorney General of the United States, said he wants to blacklist Mexico. She didn't use that term because it is selling fentanyl to children in the United States. That is my. I have one more. That's my Mexico news. On a side note of my Mexico news is China had 3,000 new cars on a cargo ship from China to Mexico. On the way to Mexico, that entire cargo ship sank, losing all 3,000 cars for what it's worth. Okay, so I have one more video clip. Here we go. So, what I go to a town, I like to walk around. If you watch the video, you'll see more clips in the video that I'm showing you this morning. But in Moroleón, I like to walk around. I walk to Plaza, go into the church, walk down side streets, see what's going on, see what kind of food I can get to eat. And then I like to sit on the plaza, put my camera on a tripod, and just watch the people go by. And that's what I'm going to show you in the following clip. There you go. There you go. And look at how clean the plaza is. And the people walk really fast. Look at how fast the people walk. Yeah. There you go. This is the main plaza in El Centro in Moroleón, Mexico. There you go. There you go. So that's all I got for you. I've got I'll be on the road this week, going to 2 more fabulous places that you've never heard of here on the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We go to places that other YouTubers do not go to. No, I am not Canadian. Okay, province. There you go. Vancouver is in Vancouver, BC, there's a problem. It is so sad. First time I saw a video in Vancouver, started to cry because I did not realize how bad it was. That's how bad it was. I was in LA for Christmas. This had to be 15 years ago, and I went into downtown LA. It was like, it was Thanksgiving Day, 6 a.m. in the morning, because my father-in-law at the time, he would give $1,500 worth of frozen turkeys to the homeless every Thanksgiving morning at 6:30 in the morning. So we drive into town, we go to the homeless place. We have a whole truckload of turkeys, and we're at a homeless place unloading the turkeys, and we're in front of a whole block. I mean, a whole block. I mean, when there was no building, it was just like an empty field in downtown LA, filled with homeless people living in cardboard boxes. I was shocked. Jamie, good show today, Bill. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us. Winnipeg. I love this country for its morality. Exploitation is immoral. My life is complete living here to get to live out my fantasy. Thank you, Tooth Fairy. I feel the same. Hey, Bill, that reminds me of that. Yeah, David has a car. He drives around, him and his wife, Maria. And he sent me a message yesterday. He said, you know what, Bill? Because like New York City, you might pull up at a light here, and then somebody will say, hey, do you want us to wash your windshield? And David sent me a message yesterday. He said, hey, this guy came up. He just washed my window, didn't even ask me. He said the guy was really fast. Funny. Okay, that's what I love about you, Brian. You're a very sensitive man. Woo, well, okay, there you go, folks. That's all I got for everybody today. I had a great time in Moroleón, Mexico. I'll be putting up 2 videos this week. A Tooth Fairy, when I watch a movie like Ghost, I have seen hundreds of times, I still cry. Nothing like crying when you see a good message in a movie. Woo! But anyway, I'm headed back to the editing room, get some videos ready for this week, plan some more trip for the upcoming week, get on the road so I can have something good to share with you for next week. I will have excellent videos for you this upcoming week, as always. Anyway, I'm getting ready to hit the road here, go back to the editing room, do some stuff. Ooh, I'm exhausted. I love Saturday mornings. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make presentations about the joys of living in Mexico, and we go live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And if you're watching the replay and you'd like to donate and support the channel, there's a donate button down in the description below. Click donate and help us get back on the road. So that's all I got today. All I can say is adios, hasta luego, love you all, Kate, Baya, BN. Everybody be safe. Thanks, family, for showing up and sharing information and love. Bye, everybody. And if you can have some White Castles today, go somewhere and eat some White Castles. Get a cheeseburger with jalapeno cheese and just send that feeling and joy to me. Bye. Love you. Bye. I hate to say goodbye.